Hey guys, this is lesson 7.5 called Add and Subtract Fractions. Our essential question is how can you add and subtract fractions with like denominators? Now remember, denominators are your bottom number of your fraction, okay, and your top number of your fraction is called your numerator, okay? So don't forget, you'll probably need to know that in working with fractions. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started with Unlock the Problem. Julie is making a poster for a book report. The directions say to use 1/5 of the poster to describe the setting, 2/5 of the poster to describe the characters, and the rest of the poster to describe the plot. What part of the poster will she use to describe the plot? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use a model to help us. They want us to shade, let's go back, 1/5 of the poster to describe the setting. So we're going to go up to, or we're going to go think about this part right here, setting, 1/5, so I'm going to fill that in, okay, 1/5 for the setting, then shade, let's see, 2/5 as the poster to describe the characters. Okay, so I'm going to put 2/5 here, and then I'm going to change the colors so you can kind of see. Okay, then shade 2 more fifths, 1/5 plus another 1/5. There we're at 2/5. Alright, write an equation for the part of the poster used for this setting and the characters. Well, we started with 1/5. Then we added another 2/5 for the characters, okay, and then we'll have our answer. Okay, so 1/5 plus 2/5, and since our denominators, our bottom numbers, are the same, we can just add our top. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and our denominator stays the same, so we have the answer of 3/5. What does the part of the model that is not shaded represent? So the part right here, what does that part represent? Okay, that represents the rest of the poster, or the part that she will use for the plot. Okay, the rest of the poster / use it for the plot. Okay. Write an equation for the part of the poster she will use for the plot. Okay, so we are missing 2/5 there, so we'll have to keep that in mind. So we're trying to get to that as our answer. So we started with 5 parts total, so I'm going to write 5 out of 5, because we have 5 pieces here, minus what we used, which was 3/5. We used 3/5 out of the 5 out of 5. So then what we have left here are these 2 pieces. So we have left 2 out of 5. Okay. Or, what we learned from last lesson, we could write that 5 out of 5 as 1 whole minus 3/5 equals 2/5. Okay. What's the error for the next one? Oh, sorry, I forgot to finish. So Julie will use 2/5 of the poster to describe the plot. Alright, for number 1 at the bottom, what's the error? Luke says 1/5 plus 2/5 equals 3/10. Describe the error. Well, he did not follow the rule of we have the same denominator here. Okay, so if we have the same denominator, we should also have the same denominator in our answer. So 1/5, or 1 plus 2 is 3, but our denominators stay the same. So our answer should be 3/5 and not 3/10. Alright, on to the next page. Common denominators. Fractions with common denominators represent wholes divided into the same number of equal sized parts. To add or subtract fractions with the same denominator, you can add or subtract the number of parts given in the numerators. Okay, so if we have 1/4 plus 2/4, like they said, we get to keep the denominators the same, but we add the numerators. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and coming over here we have 3/4 size parts. Okay, we have 3 6 size parts plus 2 6-sized parts. Notice that they have both the same denominator. So 3 plus 2 is 5, and our denominator stays the same. Okay, so and then we have to write it out. We have 5, 6 part, or 6 size parts. Okay, then the bottom one, okay, 7/10 size parts minus 4/10 size parts. So basically, what is 7 minus 4? We have 3/10 size parts. Okay, and then writing that out in fractions, we have 7/10 minus 4/10 equals 3/10. Alright, some examples at the bottom. 9/12 size parts minus 5/12 size parts. We're lucky because we have same denominator there and there. So 9 minus 5 is 4/12 parts. Okay, and then over here we get to make our fraction. Okay, in this fraction, when you see 4, if you're thinking about multiplication here, 4 can go into 12, then you know you can reduce that fraction. So 4 can go into, so 4 can go into itself 1 time, and 4 can also go into 12 3 times. So our reduced fraction, whoa, that's like a triple 3. So our reduced fraction is 1/3. Okay, find the sum or difference. 3/12 plus 8/12 would be 11/12. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2, and then our denominators stay the same. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, or this is one of those where 2 can go into 4. You'll start recognizing after you see a bunch of these. 2 times, what is it? 2 times 1 is 2. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So it's also the same as 1/2. So we have 4/6 here, which can be also written as 2/3. This one is 4/8, also can be written as 1/2. And then we have a subtraction one. 6 minus 2 is 4/10. You can reduce this one because they have a 2 in common. 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 5 is 10. Alright, so those are just some example problems, which I'm going to bring you right to your homework. Okay, so take a look at Schoology to figure out which ones you're doing. These top ones, you can use models to help you, or you can go ahead and just solve. And then down here, looks like you're using the graph to help you solve some of those problems. Alright, if you have any questions, come let me know. Otherwise, take a look at some of the examples that we went over again, or the extra resources that I've provided for you. Alright, thanks. Have a good rest of your day.